righty, Danny, waiting for the 5 o'clock hour so we can get started on our day. What a wonderful day it is. Kind of warm outside up here in the desert. About 90 something degrees we had on today. I believe we got up to like 92 degrees on today. But we are excited about the day. Hello, Troy. We are excited about what is happening on today. It is Manifest Monday, and it's time to manifest the word on today. I pray that everyone's doing well. I'm waiting for more people to come on. I know, still expecting some more people to come on in. Come on in, come on in. Hello, Troy. Come on in, come on in. On this first Monday in the month of May, May the 2nd, 2022. Can you believe it's May the 2nd, 2022? We are almost halfway through this year, and I'm trying to figure out what happened to the first 4 months. Hello, Jay. And Pastor Bettina, we almost halfway through a year. This 2022 seems like it's been like a blitz. It seems like it just came, and it just came with a vengeance. It just started, and it has yet to stop. It's like it's on a fast speed, like a 100-yard dash. Hello, Clarence. How you doing, sir? It's so good to have you all on today. I pray that everyone was blessed on today, and you had a blessed Monday as always. Hello, Gary. I see you out there. Gary. I see you. Hello, Daisy. I see you. Oh, volume is low. Okay. How about now? Is it better? Need to know. It was low at first. And I'm trying to figure out why the volume was low. I turned it up. Hopefully it's better now. Maybe it's just me not talking up. I got everything. I got the camera. Let me make sure that everything is. I need you to check in with me. Is my volume better now, Daisy? I turned it up. I might have had it on mute. Not sure. Good to hear. Good here. All right. Hello. All right. Let's get started here on this Manifest Monday. Still low to me. Okay. Is anybody else experiencing a low volume? Because if not, I can rectify by putting another microphone on and adding some more volume. If you're experiencing low volume, please let me know so I can do something else about it. I don't want anyone not to be able. Hello, Larry. Anyone else? Can you just check in real quick? I know there's about a 10 or 15 second delay. Is anybody else experiencing low volume? I just need to know. Okay, sounds good on YouTube. How about on Facebook? Is it okay on Facebook? Those that are maybe watching on Facebook, is it okay? Hello, Lenora. Is it okay on Facebook? I know it's okay on YouTube. I need to know, is it okay on the Facebook pages? It should be on my regular page, on my TS. Sounds fine. Okay. All right. Let's get started. I want to carry on. On Sunday, I talked about three things, and I used First Kings chapter 17, verse 1, and we talked about three things that we feel. I said that if we did, we could be successful as we move forward in our time. I talked about dream big. I talked about seeing yourself as a servant, and I talked about being a student of the word. And we were talking about if we've done these things, that we would be successful. These are the things that is necessary for us to be successful as we serve God and as we walk out. Of course, obedience is number one, but I'm talking about some tangible things that we can do. We can dream big. So today I just want to I want to ask you a question. What are you doing with your dream? It's one thing to dream big and have dreams, and I was talking to someone on today, and I asked them what was they doing with their dream. We can have a dream, but what are we doing with it? If we have a dream and we're not doing anything to make it manifest, it's just a thought in our mind. If we have a dream and a vision, let's use the word vision and dream interchangeable. If we have a dream or a vision, but we haven't written it down, but the Bible clearly tells us in Habakkuk, write it down that it may be plain so that those that see it can run with it. Have you written down what your dream is? And if you have, what are you doing to make it happen? If my dream is to graduate from college when I'm a high school student, first thing I have to do is go to college. And then while I'm in college, I have to matriculate through the process and through my freshman, junior, senior, my freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year in order to get my bachelor and whatever. I can't just sit there in high school and say I want to graduate college, but I never do anything with it. I don't write down what college I want to go to. I don't apply for anything. So my question is, what are you doing with your dream? Ephesians 5:15-16 says this: be careful how you act. These are difficult days. Don't be foolish, be wise. Make the most of every opportunity you have for doing good. I love what it says. This is the Living Bible translation. Listen what it says. It says, be careful how you act. These are difficult days. Now, I don't know about you, but these have been difficult days. The last 2 years that we have went through different ups and downs, and it seems like transitioning of people is just, we don't never get a break. But these have been difficult days, and we can't be foolish in the wasting of our time. We can't be foolish in wasting our time, and we have to be wise to take the most and make the most of every opportunity that is presented to us for doing good. If God opens the door for us to do something, then we need to take advantage of the door that God has opened for us. These is not the time. This is not the time, brother, to waste. This is not the time to procrastinate. This is not the time to say I'll do it later. This is the time to grab the bull by the horns. This is the time to be like a pit bull and be dogmatic and clamp down on whatever it is, your vision. This is the time to be, I will not let you go until you bless me. These are the times that we have to take every opportunity. We cannot waste opportunities. If you have an opportunity to do something, take advantage of it, because it may not come that way again. Psychology Today states that human dreams remain one of the behavioral science's great unanswered questions. Dreams have a purpose, but it may not be to send us messages about self-improvement or our future, as many believe. This is what Scientists Today says. Instead, many of the researchers believe that dreaming meditates memory, consolidation, mood regulation, and a process like the overnight therapy. But we know that it is not a benefit that all share equally when we talk about dreams. People are sleep deprived, also tend to be dream deprived, spending less time dreaming, perhaps not remembering dreams as well. So we know that if you don't sleep well, your dreams are going to be deprived. That's why it's important to get a good night's sleep. That's why it's important to get the rest that is needed so your body can recuperate those long. I know sometimes you have to burn the oil on both sides, but you got to be able to do that. Everyone has a dream, and maybe you've had it since you were a child, and maybe it came to be more recently. Desires and wishes and ambitions are a part of every person's life. You may have hidden it deep inside of you, but somewhere you have a dream. It's like Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. He didn't get to see it manifest. It's still taking his walks today. It has not totally came to the manifestation of what he dreamed, but he had a dream. You have to have a dream. And if you have that dream, what are you doing with it? Are you doing something to make the question? So my question isn't whether you have a dream or not. My question is, on today, I'm not dealing with whether or not you have one. My question on today is, what are you doing with your dream? Most dreams never come true. It's not that you're not smart enough, or you're not outgoing enough, or you're not spiritual enough. Usually dreams don't come true because we're unwilling to take the necessary risks it takes to reach them. Most dreams are never accomplished because we're not willing to take the necessary risks, because dreams are risks to accomplish them. We're not willing to put ourselves in an uncomfortable position. We're not willing to be uneasy. If you're going to have a dream and accomplish it, you're going to have to take some risks. Like I do the illustration about going to college. In order for a high school student to go to college, they got to take a risk that they're going to be able to matriculate from high school to college, that the learning that they had in high school is going to be sufficient enough to prepare them for their entry into college. That's why they have entry exams, because what I found out a lot of times, and we didn't even realize this with our children, is that a lot of times that the stuff that we thought they learned in high school that was going to help them, it did not help them. They didn't take the right courses, and we didn't know that there are certain things that's going to help them be better. So we didn't prepare them. We didn't tell them that they needed to take classes. Maybe they're a little bit better now, but there are some courses that when people got out of high school and they got to go to college, they thought they were going to be a freshman, but they were freshmen, but they were still taking some classes that were high school classes at a freshman. So in something that should have took 4 years, in some cases, took some people 5 years, some people 6 years, because they did not prepare themselves. Hello, Candace. They did not prepare themselves for what they needed to do. So we have to understand that if we're going to be successful in our dreams, we got to be willing to take risk. The Bible shares a sad sentence commentary about a king who failed to achieve an important ambition in his life. If you look at 1 Kings chapter 22, verse 48 in NIV, King Jehoshaphat built a fleet of trading ships to go to Ophir for gold, but they never set sail. They were wrecked in Ezion-Geber. He built a fleet. He had it ready. While it's a tragedy, he built the fleet and he had it ready, but they never set sail. Can you imagine when you build a dream that is ready to be performed, but you never set sail? You never put it out into the water. You never let the sails up. You never send it in the direction it is going to go. It's a tragedy to us for our ship to never come in. It's a greater while it's a tragedy for your ship to never come in, brother, it's a greater tragedy for you to build a ship and never set sail. It's a tragedy that your ship may not come in, but it's a greater tragedy if you build a ship and you never set sail. Imagine the energy and expense that King Jehoshaphat did. He built an entire fleet of ships to go after the gold, and not one of them set sail. They never even got out of the harbor. Eventually, a storm came up while the ships were still in the harbor, and they slammed against the rocks and were destroyed. Can you understand? Can you listen to this? He built a fleet of ships to go after gold. A fleet. That's not one or two. There's a lot of ships he built. They were in the harbor. He never sent them out. And because they were sitting idle in a harbor, a storm came and destroyed the whole fleet that he built to go out and get gold. So consequently, he never got the gold. The fleet was destroyed, and the people never got what they were. Can you imagine? That could be that. You think I was talking about Jehoshaphat and some ships that he never set sail, but that could be your future. You have what you need. It's sitting there, but you're afraid to take the risk to set it out there, to let it go in the direction in which you have wanted to do. I'm telling you, you got to start dreaming, not only dreaming big, but you got to set your dream in motion. All right, let me say that again. Not only to dream big, but you got to set your dream in motion. Have you set your dream in motion? Or is it just like King Jehoshaphat sitting in the harbor waiting for some storm to come and break up everything, and it never takes off? Are you waiting to do something that you could be doing, but you're afraid to take out because you're not sure if it's going to accomplish? It's better to fail. It's better to try something than to fail not trying something. Because I learned from my mistakes. If I set out there and I make a mistake, what did I do wrong? I get back and I go back and try again. People, you got to understand, and this is where a lot of people fail at, is they don't want to fail. But let me tell you, no successful invention ever came to fruition without failure. The Wilburn brothers who did first flight air, it was a failure. Kentucky Fried Chicken, he was 80-something, he was in his 70s, I believe, when he got the light bulb. It was a failure. Everything started out as a failure. You got to be willing to take the risk that it may not be successful now, but it's going to be successful. You got to be able to get out there and get out of the harbor and get away from the rocks. And you got to spend time. You got to get some people and spend their whole lives waiting for their ship to come in. But God is waiting for your ship. But isn't God waiting for your ship to come in? He's waiting for you to sail your ship out of the harbor. Let me say that again, because I may not have made that correct. Some people spend their whole lives waiting for their ship to come in, but God isn't waiting for your ship to come in. But God isn't waiting for your ship to come in. He's waiting for you to set sail of your ship out of the harbor. God isn't waiting for your ship to come in. He's waiting for you to push the ship out into the harbor, because you do what you can do, which is push your vision out there, and he'll do what you can't do. Make it visible and people grab a hold to it. There's we got to understand that we got to start taking some risk in it. I'm telling you, I'm learning this even more in this season. I'm seeing God doing some incredible things in the life and in my life and the life of the Sanctuary Church and the things that God is blessing us with. But we got to be able to push out into it. If you never ask, you'll never know. I tell people all the time, they say, well, I'm afraid the answer is going to be no. Well, if it's no now and it's no when you ask, you haven't lost anything. But what happens if the answer is yes and you never ask? I rather ask and know the answer is no, but I'm going to ask again because it may be no today, but it could be yes tomorrow. There's some things that I have seen happen in my life. It started out as a no, but it eventually ended up as a yes. There's some things that started out in my life that God said no to, but then he said yes to. There's some things that started out in my life that God said not now, but now he's saying now. So we got to be willing to take the risk. Are you setting sail? That's right. I love that. Set sail. Oh, that needs to be a hashtag. Set sail. In this season, on this second day of May, second day of May, the first Monday in the month of in May, and the year of 2022, set sail. Let that be your mantra. I'm setting sail now. The things I'm tired of being set at the port. I'm tired of my ships just sitting still. I'm about to set sail. I'm going to set sail. I'm not going to sit around here. I'm going to set sail. And like this good. Don't let your dream be stagnant. Set sail. I love that. Thank you, Dave. Don't let your dream be stagnant. Set sail. Stop letting it just sit around, because something that's stagnant ends up becoming molded and doesn't function. Set sail. There's some people out there that got some things that God wants you to do, and I want to tell you about this story. There was a man who for 30 years had a dream of starting a ministry. He talked about it. He dreamed about it. He planned it. He spent a great deal of time on this dream, but he never took the risk to do anything about it. He never got his ship out of the harbor. Eventually, the man died, and so did his dream. Did you hear what I'm saying? He had a dream for 30 years of starting a ministry. 30 years of saying, I'm going to start. 30 years of talking about it. 30 years of dreaming about it. 30 years of planning it, but never did anything to take the risk to put it into motion. Don't be 30 years waiting to do something. Don't be 30 years waiting to do something that you can do right now. Take the chance. This is the risk season. And I'm not saying being foolish and do things that are just totally that that are not profitable or a necessity. But I'm talking about, God told you to do something. Don't let the dream die. Don't let it die. Write the vision on the wall so that they that see it can run with it. Write it. If you don't write it down, it doesn't exist. If you don't put pen to parchment, if you don't put pen to paper and say and write what it is, and then when you write it, how do I accomplish it? This is my plan. Don't be like, and not just that. He wrote it, he dreamed about it, he planned it, but he didn't take any action. What are your action plans? I remember we have they tell you about action steps, action plans, how you're going to go about doing it. Okay, you told me this is what you want to do. How are you going to go about doing it? And what are the milestones that you use to set along the way? I'm going to start a ministry. Okay, he said he was going to start a ministry. He said he dreamed about it. He talked about it. He planned it. Okay, what's the step? Okay, where am I going to start it at? What kind of ministry am I going to have? What's the name of my ministry? What's the vision of the ministry? Is there places that I can start my ministry at? How do I get out there and reach the people that may need to know about my ministry? I got to have, and how do I know that I'm being successful as I go along? What are the milestones along the way? We learned about this in business, milestones. You got to have milestones. These are like mile markers along the way to your vision. And if there's not mile markers, how do you know you're being successful? You got to know that you're being successful by the mile markers that you place, and you got to do something about it. Don't let your dream die. Don't let it die. Set sail. I'm telling you that word is just resonating in my spirit right now. Set sail. I'm telling you, it's like I liken it like when you get ready to go on a cruise. You pack your stuff, and if you have to fly to wherever you have to fly to, most people are smart enough that they know because of the way your flights are, you could get delayed. They go a day earlier. So if your flight don't leave on Saturday, you may fly in on Thursday. You got Friday to get ready and everything. You got everything packed up. You go down there, you get there, you go through the process of getting all of these are planning for you to set sail. they give you a sale card, a see and sale card. They give you a card when you get on it with your picture so you can walk around. But you go through this process to get on this ship. You go through all the paperwork you got to get through. They validate everything. And then you walk. And then if you happen to be on one of the ones where you got an upper class where you get on first, if not, you go on when they get you on. But you go on. And when you walk through the game plane and you walk over, there are people that are greeting you for a sail, that a cruise that you haven't even started yet. But everything is joyful. Everybody is excited about something that hasn't even started yet. They're still at the harbor, but people are excited about what is about to happen. And then eventually the horn blows, the ship pushes up. You see the little tugboat, the ship pulls away, and then what you were attached to now becomes farther away. And now you see yourself journeying toward what your destination is. Now you're excited because now you have set sail. Oh, I want you to hear me right now. I'm praying that you set sail. I'm telling you, yes, sir, we will be praying for you as you travel to Guyana and push the ship out of the harbor. I'm telling you that we're getting ready to be, and we're in partnership. We're already with Elder Pastor Brock and his work in Guyana. We're excited about being able to go there in August. If you really want, if you're interested in wanting to go along with us, please let me know. I can get you the information. We're excited about what the Sanctuary Church is about to do as we move forward in this time with Guyana. We're looking for God to open up doors. Everybody already knows about the 33.3 acres of land that God has blessed us with. We're still moving, and I just want to make this known that we are not giving up and not stopped talking about building the church building that we're going to build, but we're still waiting on contractors, and because of the pandemic and everything, it's just, and we live out in the desert. It is just so hard. If we lived in a big major city, we wouldn't be facing the things that we're facing right now, but we're still moving forward. We're not leaving the ship at the harbor. We're setting sail. Whether they turn the dirt over or not, we're setting sail. We got everything in place in order to be successful, but we got to set sail. The Bible's antidote to this kind of tragic procrastination, as simple as an overdose catchphrase, but extraordinarily difficult to apply at times. Extraordinarily hard to do at times. I just want to use the Nike motto: just do it. Don't worry about it. Just do it. Take the chance. You want to be a songwriter? Write the song. Just do it. I'm in this thing right now where I'm really I've been put pressure on, and I pick the people that are pressuring me because I need it, because I know there's something I need to do, and I just need to do it. I just have to clear my calendar and get somebody to help me to put out a little short book about my life or whatever it is God puts in my heart, because I know that's the start. I don't need to write a major thesis. I don't need to write a big book. I just need to put something out there to get me started, so I need to set sail. But we need to just do it. The Bible says, be careful. When we just read this in the Living Translation, be careful these are difficult times. Don't be foolish. Make the most of every opportunity you have for doing good. The Bible urges us to seize the moment and act now. The Bible urges us to seize the moment and act now. I'm telling you right now, seize the moment. This is the time for us to seize the moment. I'm telling you, the iron is hot. It's time for us to seize the moment. I'm telling you, this is our time. This is our season. This is our set sail day. This is our set sail time. This is our time to step out there. This is our time to take the risk. This is our time to believe God for the impossible. This is our time for God to bless us. This is our time for God to send us to do things in our lives that we never thought, hope, or imagined. This is our time. I'm telling you, set sail. Live with living with unfulfilled dreams is tragedy. Living with unfulfilled dreams is tragedy. I'm telling you, living with unfulfilled dreams is tragedy. It's our time. I'm telling you, there's people, man, I'm not going to call names, but there are people who are sitting and looking for jobs. And I knew it wasn't season, the time for them to move yet. But God opened up opportunities for people to get jobs that they can work here and work and be a part of something somewhere else. I'm telling you, God is opening up doors and places and are able, and Prophetess May gave an example about taking risks. She took a job that was going to cause her to make less money to take the job. But it was, like she said, it was for her to move up, was to allow everybody else to move up. Because sometimes we can be a blockage to people by us not setting sail. People can't bring their ship in or build their ship to move out because we blocked it with all our ships because we haven't set sail. Oh, you need to hear me on that one. That was good for somebody. Ships aren't made for the harbor. They're made to sail. They come in, they drop off whatever they have, and they're made to go out again. Ships are not made to set in the harbor. They're made to set sail. I'm going to say that again. Push, pause, rewind, play. Ships are not made to set in the harbor. They're not made for the harbor. They're made to set sail. Third time is a charm. Ships aren't made for the harbor. They're made to set sail. You were not made to set in a harbor. You were not made to stay in that situation. You were not made to be bound by that. You were made to set sail. This is your season to set sail. I declare and I decree that everyone who steps out and takes the risk to set sail in this season is going to be successful and going to accomplish everything that God intends for you to do. This is a season. You need to make this your hashtag for the month of May. Set sail. People might ask you what that means. You just tell them, I'm setting sail. That needs to be your hashtag. That needs to be your mantra. And at the church, we have it on the wall. We have let's go to work. Well, we're still going to work. But I need you to know for your personal life, you need to have a hashtag on your icebox, on your refrigerator, on your mirror somewhere, on your Facebook stand, set sail. Because it's that time. But I'm going to ask you though, are you ready to set sail? Because I can tell you to set sail, but are you ready to set sail? And if you are, ooh, that's the horn. That's the horn. We're getting ready to push off. That's the horn. We're getting ready to push off. The tugboat is attached to your vision. The tugboat is attached to your dream. It's pulling you away from the port. It's pulling you away from the harbor. It's pulling you in the direction and you need to go. Now it's full speed ahead. All right. I love you guys. I pray that this has been a blessing to you. I pray that you share this with, I should have said it in the beginning. I never said. I'm just so excited just to talk to you guys. I'm so excited for everyone that was on. I'm so excited about, yeah, that was kind of funny. I had to come up with some way to set that horn on fire. that was my imitation of a horn, but it's the set sail. Even, and you know what's even, thank you. Even when you're in port and you're getting ready and it's time for the ship to leave, it blows a warning to allow you to know that in this, the ship is about to leave. Well, the ship horn has blown and we're about to set sail. Don't be left at the port, because I've seen a lot of pictures, not a lot, but I've seen people standing at the port, watching the ship move off. Don't be one standing at the port because the horn I already blew it. We're about to set sail. What are you doing about your dream? Be a risk taker. Look at that information that she has said. Living with unfulfilled dream is tragic. Ships are not meant to be in the harbor. Are you ready? Full speed ahead. I'm telling you, I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I really am. And I'm excited for the reports that are going to come out from this Manifest Monday. This is going to be a Manifest Monday that's going to set your soul on fire. I'm telling you, it's time to set sail. Love you. I pray this has been a blessing. Please share this. And as we say at the place where I preach the most, love you. There's nothing you can do about it. And also, let's go to work. But on today, I'm going to forego let's go to work. And I'm going to say, set sail. Love you.